So the idea that deviance is defined by the people that have the most power and status in a particular society is clearly seen when we look at the prison sentences that are connected to being in possession of crack cocaine versus powder cocaine. Okay, so for the people who don't know, crack cocaine, which I'll just call crack from now on, is a mixture of about 10% cocaine and 90% baking soda, along with any other additives and preservatives. And before the Fair Sentencing Act of 2010, you would have to hold on to about 5 grams of crack in order to get a mandatory 5 year prison sentence, while you would have to hold on to 500 grams of powder cocaine in order for you to get the same 5 year prison sentence. Now, that should just sound crazy. But after the act was passed, they reduced the 500 grams down to 50 grams, but that's still 10 times more cocaine that you would have to hold on to versus crack. Now, if you're thinking about this in pure logic, the prison sentences should actually be in reverse because you need cocaine in order to make crack. But this is where status and power come into play, right? Because people who have the highest status and power in our society, rich people, tend to be the ones that use cocaine, right? And oftentimes they're white also, while the people who use crack are more likely to be poor and oftentimes people of color. And so this is where the idea of power and status can come into play. And so then what does this mean? What this means then is that rich people, right, are more likely to give themselves a lesser prison sentence because what they see themselves doing is much more normal, even though, right, even though it should actually be seen as more deviant because you need cocaine in order to actually make crack.